Hi there, this is Deb, and thank you for joining me for another edition of Second Beauty You. So, I am in beautiful Atlanta, and I am meeting with Miss Lelia Hagood, who is let me get this right, she's a Chief Ageless Officer. And her job is to really look out for us ageless second beauties, those of us who are over a certain age and we're still looking to work. We still want a place in the marketplace, right?
Exactly.
So she's a wonderful advocate for us. So with that, without further ado, I want to introduce you to Leah, and she is the CEO also of her group, which is called the Humanity Group. Did I pronounce that? Humanity
exactly.
Group? Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right. Well, thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for
show
being
today.
here.
My name is Lelia Hagood, and I'm the Chief Ageless Officer.
I love that title.
And the Chief Bully Buster.
I love that one even more.
And it all ties in with the Humanity Group. My mission is to help women in the marketplace who are of a certain age to get that second chance where someone in a corporation that says, you know what, we do not want a person of a certain salary or a certain age, or because their medical benefits are high. We want to do a reduction in force and get them off our payroll.
You know, they can be a little sneaky when it comes to really trying to get rid of us ageless people in the workforce, right?
Exactly. That's why I tell ageless women and second beauties. What is it? Second beauty?
Second beauty you.
Second beauty you. That, you know what, you really have to document what's going on daily in the workplace. So therefore, if that time comes and you're affected by a reduction in workforce, then you may have a lawsuit.
Yeah, how about that?
Because if someone is replaced that's younger, say they're in their 30s, or let's say they're younger in their 30s, and they give them the same title and the same position, then
wow. All right, folks, I know some of you out there probably are dealing with some issues such as that in your work, in your current job. So if someone needed your help, how could you help them?
Well, one thing that we do at the Humanity Group, we package ageless women. I do help men too. But let's say that we have an accountant, a CPA, a business development person, and I have a business development person that calls on corporations, and she presents a package deal for consulting work. Because my thing is, if you, oftentimes it's really challenging getting back in the marketplace after a certain age, right? So if we can get you in the door doing consulting work, then your work should shine, and then you never know, you may have that second career opportunity. So that's one thing. We also have a mentorship program with millennials and Gen Zs, because you have to work with those individuals in the marketplace now, because especially the millennials now are some of the hiring managers, and they're thinking, you know what, they don't necessarily want to work with their aunt or their mom or their mom's friend, you know what?
But you know what, though, really, seriously, when you're kind of older in the workplace, you do kind of tend to mentor them, although they're the managers, but you're kind of like, you know. Yeah.
But you
and be careful with that, too, if you are ageless or a second beauty in the workforce, because you don't want to make them feel like you're taking over, trying to tell them what to do. It's a way to do it.
Exactly. It's a way to do it. And you know what? You can collaborate with them. And just form a natural, authentic relationship with them. You know, so they will say, you know what? Well, you might be my mom's age, but you're really cool.
Yeah, how about that? I know I'm cool.
I'm cool too.
I'm real cool.
I'm dope. You know, I don't know if they say that, but yes.
She says she's dope.
Yes.
Me too. I'm dope too. So
okay. So another thing too is I have a story to tell you.
Please, I like stories.
All right. So I was doing a job fair at the Goodwill, and there was this beautiful beautiful lady in a Goodwill uniform, and I noticed her beauty, her second beauty for you, okay? Yes. And she handed me a resume, and I looked at the resume, and I said, "Who is Susan?" And she said, "I'm Susan." And I'm like, "You're Susan?" And I'm looking at her again. She has a Goodwill uniform on, and this lady has a CPA. She's worked for Coca-Cola. Wow. She's worked for Ernest and Young. Yeah. And I said, "Well, why are you here?" She says, "I was laid off 2 years ago and haven't been able to find another job, and I'm 62 years old. I got laid off at 60. I'm like, wow.
That's
so
something else.
I gave her my personal cell number, and I told her to call me. I said, "I'm going to find you a job." She looked at me like, "Yeah, right." But when I tell you, that bothered me so much. I mean, I thought about her. And there's nothing wrong working at the Goodwill, don't get me wrong. But for someone with that type of resume and a CPA, who's a CPA, has a master's degree, has worked, you know, at such stellar companies, I went through my Rolodex and I helped her find a job. So while she's not making the six figures she was, she's making way more income than she was working at the Goodwill. She's able to really contribute at the company that she's working for, and the owners, they call me every so often and they say thank you.
That's a great story. And I like how you, like you said, you connect people through the relationships.
And that's another thing too. When you are in your have been laid off in your second career, in your second duty, you need to look at your relationships. I call it relationship capital.
I like that.
You know what? You need to look at people in your church, your sorority, your childhood friends. You need to go to those class reunions, girl. Go to those high school and college reunions. You never know.
You never know.
Plus, some of the single ones might be able to find a husband. Hey, you know. Okay, let's stop. But relationship capital, former co-workers. I mean, even from years ago, look in your LinkedIn page.
You were talking about the LinkedIn page earlier.
Yes.
What about the photo?
I say no to the photo when you're over a certain age. And
why?
Because, you know, people can tend to be judgmental. And that is, we're not judgmental.
No, not
we
at all.
have to look at, like, some of the other people that are judgmental. So we keep them guessing.
That's good.
We keep them guessing. And then you know what, too? We also don't put, you know, like me, I've been working since 1980. No, I've been working since 2010. Yeah. So she must be like, you know.
They don't need to know about your job in the 80s, huh?
No.
Okay.
No. I always say go back 10 years. And then that's what the interview is for.
That's good.
When you can explain, you know, the rest of your experience. And also I want to say, when you're out there looking for that second career, look at your hobbies.
I like what you said about that. What you say about what's in
your hands?
What's in your hands?
Everybody has talents. And you know what, women, you know, we're busy raising kids and just families, husbands, career, climbing that ladder in our first half of our lives. Then we forget about, you know what, I want to be a puppeteer. What did you want to be?
You know, I'm still working on all the things that I want to do. You know, I wanted to take singing lessons, I did. Sewing lessons, I did. I'm a makeup artist.
Right.
I was a government. I'm retired government.
Okay.
But next, I want to do acting. I want to do some local theater is what I want to do.
Move here to come work for Tyler Perry.
You know what? I visited his studios last night while I was here.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. How about that? You never know.
Never know.
Hey, end up on one of those shows.
Yes. And you know what? I can be your personal assistant because back in the day, I was a personal assistant. So,
What's in your hands?
What's in your hands?
Because that second career could be something totally different from what you've done before.
Exactly. And you know what? A lot of times people, we as women, or in general, we focus on the money.
Yeah.
You know what? And while we want to be really sustained, we really need to do what makes us happy in this second half. Because I always say the money will come.
The money
if you're doing what you love,
That's
the money
true.
will come.
The money will come. So don't even worry about that.
exactly.
So Leah, now you're not. She's not 55. But
No, I'm not.
She's
Not quite. I'm
not.
52.
She's 52.
Oh, you know what's funny? I thought I was gonna be 53 on my birthday, and I was like, where did 52 go? And so I sent out my birthday invitations. I said, have this luncheon. I did all the research on 53, you know. And my girlfriend was like, you're not 53. You'll be 52. I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I was wondering. I was like, this year flew by. So anyway, when you're ageless and you're your second beauty, honey, the 50s can go by like this.
You are that. Now that's funny.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, today is my birthday.
Happy birthday!
58 today.
Oh, hey!
Hey.
And you look fabulous.
Thank you. I feel fabulous.
You are fabulous.
I am fabulous.
And I just want to say this. You know what? With our consultants, we haven't started yet, but it's one group that I have now of 8 people, right? And when you are in between jobs and looking for that extra or that second career, it is important that you keep a routine. Now, if you used to get up at 6, you can get up at 7, okay? But you need to volunteer. You need to go out to look on Eventbrite and find free events to attend. Also, you need to network with other coworkers still.
Good
you know
advice.
what? And you need to put on your lipstick. And even when you're going to the grocery store or whatever you're doing, and smile, because your logo is your smile. And you need to
show those teeth.
Exactly. And you need to also work with people of different races. You know, it's you've just got to network.
That's
when
great
you are
advice.
looking for a job or looking for that second income. Also, look at what you want to do. Because for your passion, right? You might know of another friend that's a bakery. That say if you like to bake, and your girlfriend likes to bake. Why don't you two collaborate?
That's great.
You know, we have to learn to collaborate more, put our egos aside, and just how can we make this work? Because it's enough for everyone.
It is. It really
is.
It
really is.
It really
And we
is.
have to help one another. And I'm a big proponent of sisterhood. There are some people, of a certain age, being ageless and on the second due to you, we have to collaborate more. We have to be our sister's keeper.
Yes. We have to. That's great advice. Great advice.
We have to. And then, you know what? My thing is, working in HR, I often wonder, you know, I want to be able, and I always like to help people. So that's why I think that the humanity group and the name came to me, because I kind of like a humanitarian, because I care about people. And I care about women. I can't care about a man, really, because I'm not a man. But, you know, but I will help a man. But it's just about, you know what, at this point in time, we women are discriminated against. And you know what? It's minority women.
She was telling me about bullying.
Yes.
Can you talk about that?
Yes. Well, you know what?
You always think about kids being bullied.
Oh,
but
no.
What about
adult bullying in the workplace is real. I was bullied in the workplace by the HR director, who was younger. Won a lawsuit. And my thing is, until then, I never thought about adults being bullied. And at that time, I was 47 years old, and I'm sitting in my car crying. I'm like, oh, I can't tell nobody. And I was ashamed because I'm an adult and I'm being bullied. So one thing about it is, sometimes when managers are trying to get ageless beauty or second beauty out of the workplace, they may bully you. So be aware they may sabotage your work, isolate you, just all types of little things. That's why journaling, and it's not in your mind that it's happening, okay? It's not. It is truly they're trying to get you out, that you'll quit so you don't have to, so that you'll forego your severance pay at some point. You know, some instances. You just never know, because I always say at work you don't have any friends.
Wow.
At work you don't have any friends.
That's
If you do, it's very rare. But your friends, you know, you can have an associate or whatever, but at work have any friends because they're trying to climb up the
That's
ladder.
a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you can be cordial and all. You can still network with people, but you have your circle, you have your family, and then you have that work connection. I don't even call it family. I have a connection because you know when a person has been laid off so much, you know how back in the day, you would just decorate your office. I've been laid off so many times, like 4 times. Now I just bring my purse. So when I go, you know, I don't have to take my pictures and all that down. No, honey. No. So because it's not mine. And I also want to say, even when you're working, you always have to have that second, that A, B, and C. Because you will get a second chance. But if that doesn't work out, you should always have your A, B, and C plan.
A, B, and C plan. You were talking about resumes earlier too.
Oh, yes, I was. That's a great point. So the resumes, I said, don't go back. Have your primary resume, but please don't go back 10 years, okay? And then you have your secondary resume that make that more of about your experience, but do not chronicleize it in the date, okay? And then have your passion resume, a position that you dream about, and then how you can
like your skills, like that puppeteer.
Exactly. how you can have those interchangeable skills.
Yes.
That's very key. And on your LinkedIn profile, please remember, no picture. Well, you can have a picture if you choose to. And do not go back more than 10 years.
So, Leah, I know you've had so many great things that you can share with us. Can you tell us one of the experiences that you...
Yes, I do. So, you know, I recently went on an interview, right? So the lady called me on the phone. You know, I have a really young voice, right? So I go to the interview, and the receptionist is like, oh, you're Lelia Hagood? And I'm like, yes. And so I hear her go back, and she says, oh, she's old.
Ooh, the shade of it all.
And I'm like, oh,
you know, like, I may be old in your opinion, but you know I can still hear too, right?
Exactly. So I go in the boardroom, and it was supposed to be a panel discussion. That was so quick. And I'm like, you know what? I know my voice is young. I sound really young. But that's how they somewhat discriminate against us. And, you know, that's why it's very key to be, what's the word I'm looking for? You have to, if you have salt and pepper hair, like tell the salt and pepper hair story.
Okay, so, I got spanked before, so I may get spanked again. So, a family member called and was telling me that and I was HR when I was in the government also. Okay. And she said to me, I have a job interview, and should I wear my wig, my black wig, or should I go with my salt and pepper hair? I said, put your wig on, because I know how people can be. You know, they will look at the gray hair and like, oh, they're too old. Right. She's too old. It has nothing to do with her personally, her knowledge or her wisdom, but they make these judgment calls. She did wear the wig. She did get the job, and she did take the wig off when she got the job.
Oh, that's totally awesome. Totally awesome, dude. Like, totally valid. See, we're ageless, and we're second beauties, and we're really cool, okay?
We're so cool. Look.
We like to have fun while also giving you education.
Okay, so if you're a millennial or a Gen Z, X, or Q, whatever.
See, this is what you contend with in the workplace.
I know, right?
Exactly. You're missing out, possibly, on all this fun here.
So, Leah, if someone wanted to get in touch with you, how can they contact you?
Well, you can contact me via my website, thehumanityGroup.com or bullybusters.work.
I love that, Bully Busters.
Yes, and I am the Chief Ageless Officer, and I am the Chief Bully Buster.
So, Leah, in conclusion, are there any parting words of encouragement that you can give to our ageless second beauties out there?
Yes. Even though you have been laid off, know that you are worthy. You have a lot of self-worth. You still have a lot of talent within you that any organization would love to have you and or you can do for yourself. Remember to look at the hands and the talents that God gave you, and also remember that you must love yourself first. A lot of jobs you have stress, and so look at this time that you know what, doing what you love, waking up when you want to, and God will provide. God will provide. I'm here to tell you that you, at this stage in our life, you have to be able to collaborate and understand that when one door closes, a better one opens, and just remain positive. And I always say, watch your words, watch your ear, eye, and mouth gate, and don't speak against the work that God is doing in your life.
Awesome. Excellent advice. Thanks for joining me again down here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, Leah, for your time.
Thank you for joining me on your beautiful show. You're
Yeah.
such a beautiful person. We had so much fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Remember, everybody, your second beauty really is your true beauty, so let's embrace it and let's go. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so I just wanted to introduce y'all to my beautiful cousin. This is Carolyn Renee here in Hotlanta. Just say hello.
Hello.
Anything you want to share, Nay?
Well, I am always glad to have my cousin to come and visit me. I'm trying to get her to move to Hotlanta because this is where it is, right?
Exactly.
All right. And my wonderful friend Leah, we've been knowing each other for over 20 years.
And she's the reason why I embraced my salt and pepper, because hers is still beautiful.
Thank you. And we are so happy to have you, Deborah, coming out neck of the woods. So, honey, you know what? You're always welcome.
Come on down south now.
Come on.
Oh, gosh, that's so sweet.
No, it's okay.
I'm editing all this out.
16.
It says record.
It's
Yes,
still
and 6.
recording?
I cannot
16.
believe that.
Yep.